Hi everybody, we'd like to welcome you to the 73rd Annual National Championships held here in Gauteng. And yeah, on this beautiful and windy day, it's going to be the finals now between Western Cape and Gauteng for men's recurve.
Yeah, Sean, it's nice to be at Marks Park. We're starting off with the medal matches on the 73rd National Championships. Like you say, it's the recurve men provincial team matches. Judge Franz there is the judge of this match. It's good to see that the matches are on the way today.
Yeah, we're running slightly behind, guys, so bear with us, but I'm sure we're going to start catching up. To see in the provincial matches, the guys from Gauteng, it's the whole Zoo Lake team. Looks like it, Zoo Lake archers shooting together. So yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see how it goes.
The interesting thing about today, Sean, is it is windy. You'll see there in the background the banners are waving. It is going to be tricky for these recurve guys to hit center. It's 70 meters, and with wind like this, it is tricky.
No, definitely. As you can see, the guys are a little bit nervous. We've got ourselves a 4 there from the Gauteng team.
Sean, the wind is coming from left to right, so obviously him being the first archer shooting, hopefully his teammates will see what's happened. They need to aim off a little bit left and see what happens, and you can see that shot's a little bit better. That's a 7 there for Gauteng.
I must say that, Seppi, you've been in this situation more than once on the compound men's side in a team event at World Cups and that. When you get into this type of situation, TV's on you, commentary, the nerves are playing a big part. Yeah, we've got another arrow there, and that's a 1.
Yeah, Sean, other than the wind that's blowing outside, obviously people are nervous, and the wind in your heart and your mind is also blowing hard. So you can see the guys are a little bit nervous. They are a little bit not as stable as they usually are. Him taking a good his time there to make sure that he gets a good shot off.
Western Cape scoring an 8 there. We've got Graham Linder. Graham's got quite a bit of experience under the belt, so he's been in this situation before. And we've got a 7 from Graham. Western Cape is pushing it. They're staying in the red. Considering the wind we're having today, they're really doing well. What happened there is the guy came onto the line too quick, and the judge called him off, so he had to go back, drop his arrow, and start over again.
Yeah, that does put the team under a bit of pressure. Obviously, the team matches are definitely, they need to get their arrows off in a specific time, and there's not a lot of time for these guys to get the shots off, so you need to make sure your arrow is in the quiver before you step off the line. Seems like there's a little bit of confusion there on the Western Cape side. Let's see if they can regroup.
Okay. A little bit quick through that clicker. We've got ourselves a line cut to 3-2 there on the Gauteng side. Coming up, waiting for the shot. And there, I think that's a miss from Gauteng. I'm not sure, I couldn't see quite well there, but we'll find out now once the judges go up after this round. And the archers.
You can see the wind is picking up big time. Sean, that was a good shot, an 8. I think for these guys, if they can hit the yellow every now and then and keep it inside the red in these windy conditions, it'll be good. It will be good.
Let's see what Western Cape's going to do on the next 3 arrows here. And that's a solid 10. Well done. Western Cape is dominating here at the moment. They're really shooting well. If you look at the difference between the two Gauteng and Western Cape, you'll actually see that Graham, but quick through the clicker and through the shot, and drop that into the 2-3 possibly. So let's wait for their 3rd archer.
It's Werner on the line currently. South Africa's #1 ranked archer. They shot a 5 there.
So that's the first round gone. According to my calculations, I think Western Cape is leading by 2. In recurve, we have a different system to compound. In recurve, we have set system. On the set system, our archers, they all shoot. The team with the highest score, they'll get 2 points. If they even, they'll get 1 each. And if that becomes a tie, then it's a shootout. Let's wait to see what happens there. To give you a little bit more in depth about the recurve side, recurve archery is the archery form that goes to the Olympic Games, and yeah, a lot of work gets put in by these archers to try and one day make it to that Olympics, and you have to put in the work to get there. To give you an idea, today what we have been noticing with the wind picking up as quick as it is, the guys are trying to get off quicker shots, so then their form's a little bit out of place, but yeah.
You know, Sean, I shot recurve in 2003, or from 2001 till 2003, and you know, if you can see the umbrellas there in the background, it is definitely difficult, and you need to aim off, and the arrow does affect the wind drastically.
Yeah, we'd just like to turn around and say to everybody, we're sorry about the scoring in this round. We'll definitely be sorting out the kinks up here. It's not just the wind blowing down there, the wind's blowing up here by us as well, so we are busy sorting out the scoring, and that'll be rectified in the next round. Okay, our team should be having a bit of a chat there with each other. From my side, I think they just need to slow it down a bit. The nerves are playing a big part here.
Now, Sean, I think what's you know, from a viewer perspective and someone that's never seen archery before, this is what we call the Olympic recurve. This is the bow that the people use, the archers use at the Olympic Games, like you said. It's a high performance equipment. Everything on the bow and the arrows are built to the highest tolerances to perform at its best. And what you see on the bows there, obviously a recurve has got this curve on the limbs. It's got 1 string. They've got the sight in the front, which they use to aim with. Then obviously the long rods that's sticking out of the bow is called the stabilizers. It helps with the aiming and helps stabilizes the bow bit. And then on the front tip of the arrow, once they've drawn the bow, you'll see it looks like an aluminium plate. We call that the clicker, and that's a good indication for the archer that once he's drawn his bow, it's at a specific length, his bow is at a certain poundage, and then once the arrow is fired, obviously there's consistency with the poundage that carries over to the arrow, and that's the way he gets the most accuracy out of his bow. And you can see once that clicker goes, that's when he wants to fire the shot. That's a great shot. That's an 8 score.
It looks like the guys' nerves are settling down a bit. They're starting to get more relaxed, and the guys are taking their time into the shot, pulling through, releasing nicely to the back, getting through the clicker properly. What we can say, Western Cape is leading the first round 2-0. That score will be updated soon, and then yeah, let's get on. Oh, beautiful. 9 from Gauteng. Gauteng seems to be fighting back. The nice thing about the recurve side, Seppi, is it works on a set system.
Yeah, it's you can have a few bad shots, and once the round is gone, that's a fantastic round, 9-9-8. You know, with the set system, if you've got the winner gets 2 points, the loser 0. The first team that gets to 6 points actually wins the match. If there's a tie, the guy that goes over 6 points wins the match.
They drop it into the 6 there for Western Cape. So let's see what happens. It looks like Gauteng's got them a little bit on the back foot here. They're starting to come back. The nice thing about the recurve side is, even if you shoot up both shoot the same score in a round, then you get 1 point each. So yeah, you can fight back in this. And we've got another 6 from Graham.
Now, so even if Western Cape shoots a perfect 10, it's just not going to be enough. So Gauteng has got a solid lead in the first half of the second set.
And we've got an 8 there. So Gauteng's got the first lead here. Let's see if they can keep it.
So it always looks easier, when people are watching it on TV. This is shot at 70 meters, and the 10 ring is only 12 centimeters
That's a line
wide.
cut
Looks like an 8.
8 from here. Definitely, it's cut the line. So the difference here is if the line's touched or cut, you get the highest score in World Archery.
And that's a 1. That's a pity.
Bit quick through the clicker there. Let's see what our next archer can do.
You can see how the wind's blowing the stabilizers there.
And that's another nice 9 from
Yeah,
Gauteng.
that's solid shooting there. He's got 2 9s there for his team. Solid shooting.
Now we've got Western Cape coming up. Western Cape's just got to keep them together now, keep them around the red and the yellow. Clicker's gone off there, as you can see. Took a little bit longer in the shot
7.
because of the wind. Graham coming up.
Western Cape there with the 87766.
So they just got to keep this last shot in, and we'll have to tally up. My calculator's not working right now, and see who's taken this one. But according to my calculations, I think this is another
9.
Western Cape. That's a 9 line cutter.
7, 6.
Graham Linder, who's shooting for Western Cape, he's one of the sponsors for at the Nationals this year. He has Grey Archery. He focuses on recurve products. So yeah, it's nice to see that archers are shooting and as well as being involved. And like yourself, Seppi, with Magnum Archery being next to me here, one of our major sponsors here this tournament and at the African Champs this year. I'd like to say thank you to you guys for doing this for us, because yeah, without the help of all the sponsors, things like this that can't take place.
Yeah, Sean, it's nice to be able to do so. I mean, this is the 73rd Nationals. It's a full field. It's getting bigger. The standard is getting higher. The South African National Archery Association has had, like yourself, you've represented South Africa at the Paralympic Games twice before. We've had people on the Olympic line. We've got people that's got world records, world medals. So the South Africans are definitely on an international level and standard, and it is nice to get to nationals, to see potential in the youngsters, and it's nice to see them develop and grow into becoming high performance athletes. We've seen many of those, and the level from the junior side has been tremendous this year.
Yeah, definitely. We've got a youngster in the recurve side who's shooting. He's 13 years old, and I think he was actually shooting under 21s this year. So the youngsters are really pushing the mark. We've got a couple of youngsters on the compound side who are shooting amazing scores right now. They're keeping up with the senior men. So yeah, the level in South Africa is on a very high standard. We've always had a very good reputation overseas, and we've always represented well overseas. At the moment, we're going to update you guys on the scoring for how many sets, but according to my calculations, I would say that Western Cape's leading by 4.
Yeah.
Gauteng to come up. Let's hope they can pull it back together again. They shot really well that first few arrows. They unfortunately just the one arrow that got away from them there. Oh, beautiful 9 there. He waited in the shot a bit longer, and it seemed to pay off for him.
Sean, the wind is also not you know, it's consistently strong, but there are gusts coming through. Gauteng there with a 9 and a 7.
Let's see if this young man can give us a 9 again. He's been shooting really well today. All his arrows have been between the 9 and the 8 mark. And yes, another 8 from Gauteng there. Nice round by Gauteng. So as you can see, the update's been made. Western Cape is leading by 4 points to naught. If they do happen to take this round, then they will be winners. If Gauteng comes back, they can still come back fighting. And that's a
10.
solid 10 from Western Cape in the wind. Nice work there.
You could see it was a well executed shot, very important in windy conditions like this.
The crazy thing with the recurve side is, unfortunately, you don't have what you call it, a peep sight at the back like on your compound. So when you're lining up, you've got to make sure every time you're lining up on the face properly, and the clicker, like Seppi was saying earlier, is very, very important. So yeah, it's a far harder system to learn. It's a lot of work has to go in to master this bow, and once you feel you've mastered it, it still comes back and gives you an hiding. So we've got a 10, 5, 3.
I think a 10, 5, 4, Sean.
Okay.
You could see those arrows were far right. It's just the wind that got to them.
Let's hope that our Gauteng can keep it together now. If Gauteng keeps it together, then this match could get interesting. I see they've changed up positions now. That's a 3. Gauteng needs to come back with a nice 9 or 10, yeah. That's a 5. That's a beautiful 9 from Western Cape.
Yeah, if Western Cape shoots 2 good shots now, I think they'll seal the deal.
And they will be provincial champions. That's another 9. I think that deal is sealed. Let's see if we can round this off with a full house of 9s.
Usually the most experienced archer is shooting last. Let's see if Werner can pull it off for the Western Cape.
And that's a 10, so 10, 9, 9. Western Cape, I can say, are the new 73rd national provincial champions. Well done. Well done to the Gauteng on their shooting. They really shot well as well. There was a good couple of times they came back nicely.
Sean, maybe talk to the viewers a little bit about. I mean, you are a Paralympian, and you have a lot of students here. You've got a lot of people on the para archery line. You know, what's involved this year for you and for some of your you know, your fellow competitors on the para side?
Well, this year we've got quite a big year coming up. We've got qualifiers for Paris. So in July, myself and one of the guys I coach and my very close friend Phil Palgrave, we're shooting the gold medal match today. We've both got qualifiers this year in Czech Republic. So yeah, we've got quite a bit of work coming ahead of us. I've just come off a training camp. I was very fortunate to be on a training camp with the Dutch recurve team. They were out here doing their preparations for this year's World Cups, and I managed to put in quite a bit of work with them and work on a couple of obstacles with them. Nationals wasn't the greatest this year, but yeah, we still did well. I'm still happy with the performance, but there's a few things I want to work on, and that's what we're working on now. And then slowly to the end of this month, start tying off things and start prepping, keeping everything like we have it, and getting ready for world champs and qualifiers.
Sean, we're sitting in the commentary box here. I see that the teams are still standing on the line there. Not sure if it might have been a draw there or if Gauteng actually were able to pull that round back. we're just waiting for confirmation from downstairs. We actually thought from up here that Western Cape sealed it, but let's just see what's happening.
Yeah, let's wait for...
Oh, it looks like Gauteng actually pulled that one back.
Gauteng pulled that back. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, my maths was a bit wrong. So Gauteng's got a 2 and we've got a 4 for Western Cape. Okay. So Gauteng to shoot. The Italian stallion here. That is a 5 for Gauteng. Come guys, keep it together. The hearts must be racing now. Gauteng's got 2 set points to 4 with Western Cape. So if they can keep this together, then it goes into another round. That is a 3 for Gauteng. Okay, and that's a 6 from Gauteng. So coming up now is Western Cape. Let's see how they're going to go here. And that is, I don't even know where that went. Sorry guys, we're sitting up here, we're a little bit away from the field. We've got the butts to the back of us. So we're looking on the TV. And
looks like an 8.
8-8. Could be a possible line cut to 9 there on the first arrow. Western Cape. And that's a 10. So far Western Cape's leading the first round. Let's see if Gauteng can pull it back. You'll see each one of these archers have a shot sequence, and what we mean by that is they come up into the shot, they wait for it, and that is a 3 for Gauteng. And that's a solid X. Nice. Good fight back there. As you can see, we got mixed ages on the Gauteng team. You know, you got ranging from in the 20s, early 40s, and even older. The nice thing about archery is one of those sports, if you are capable of shooting, you're still able to take it till long. And that is a 7.
So that's 20 points for the 3 arrows.
Okay, let's see what Western Cape brings to us here, Seppi. As you can see, the wind's picking up there at the back. Man, we're getting blown around a bit here.
Yeah, strong gust coming through there.
Yep.
That's a 6
That's
for
a
Western
6.
Cape.
And as you just said, the strong gust came through and it caught him. And that is a 5. I could be wrong, that could be a 6, but we'll check now. From here we couldn't see too well. We'll have a look now once this arrow goes, but it... And that's a 7.
Yeah, no, I think that is more than the 20 points on the last 3 arrows.
So I think Western Cape takes it now, hey?
Western Cape takes it, yes.
Definitely. Well done, Western Cape. We can now officially say provincial champions.
There, the high fives are going all around.
Difficult conditions. So yeah, let's wait for the judge's final call, but I think we can be safe and call it the Western Cape. 6 set points to 2.
You can see the archers are a little bit confused, you know, Sean. Obviously you want to try and make a good strong shot, you want to get the arrow off. You want to try and aim as good as you can, but in these conditions aren't perfect by any means. So you want to try and draw the the arrow in line, try and get it as quickly as possible in the goal, and execute a good strong shot.
Definitely. And you know, the funny thing is, later today we've got our compound men finals coming up, and everybody thinks on the compound side it's a lot easier in the wind, and it's actually not. It's exactly the same form, hard work, pushing situation. But yeah, unfortunately on the recurve side it's a little bit harder. It's a lot more involved. That when you pull in a recurve bow back, if it's a 42-pound bow, that's 42 pound on those fingers, and you pull in it back into the full draw position, you holding back 42 and maybe even more pounds. But on the compound side, it goes into a let off, so it's a little bit easier on the body. So let's wait for the final call from Frans van Kradenberg. He's one of our judges. He used to be an archer, and his wife is Janine van Kradenberg, who's also an archer.
I see that the Gauteng team just walking over to the Western Cape, congratulating the Western Cape. So they are the national team championships, provincial champions. Well done to the Western Cape.
It's really nice to see that all the provinces are here representing. We've got archers from Namibia. We've got 2 archers from the US. One is actually a South African-born archer, Danielle. She was known as Danielle Wenzel. Now she's Danielle Lutz, and she's married to Jimmy Lutz. And it's really nice to see her again. We haven't seen her for about 2.5 years. And yeah, Danielle's now staying in the States. She's competing at a very high level on the international circuit that side, and it's really nice to have her back.
Yeah, Danielle married to the world champion Jimmy Lutz. It was nice to see him here and also bring his level and experience to the national championships. And he shot in the bronze medal match today, and he won the bronze medal, and 2 South Africans are in the gold medal match.
Yeah.
Well, I say 2 South Africans. I mean 1 South African and 1 Namibian, Jannie Wenzel and Christian de Klerk.
We're looking really forward to that later today. Now we have the next round is recurve mixed provincial teams for ladies.
Yeah, no, recurve mixed team, men, ladies. It's Western Cape and Gauteng. Werner was just competing in the provincial team, so he's going to be coming into this onto the finals field with a little bit of obviously experience from just competing with Connor. So from Gauteng. So let's see if the ladies can match up with the guys here.
The mixed team event, we've got Karen Holzer. Karen Holzer representing South Africa at the Olympics in 2012 at the London Olympics. So she's also got experience in this type of situation. And then we've got Katrine Whitehead. She's also got a bit of experience under the belt just after the African Games, taking part in the African Games. So this is going to be quite a tight match. This is going to be a very interesting one, and we're looking forward to this one. We'll be back shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a wonderful day here in Joburg today. Even though the wind's blowing a bit, we still got a nice warm day. Far better than last year where we had the rain belting down on us and it was extremely cold. This year we've had really good weather. Yesterday was not perfect conditions, but tricky wind situation, but nothing like today. As we can see, the teams are walking up now for the mixed team event. We've got Western Cape and Gauteng, and this is going to be a really interesting duel, and I'm really looking forward to this, Seppi.
Yeah, it's nice. You know, the gold medal match is always nice. It's experienced archers, various factors affecting you know, the way you should aim, and obviously the performance is definitely affected by these factors. Yeah, we're looking forward to a good match. Western Cape on the left side of your screen and Gauteng on the right side of your screen.
And our official is Alfredo. He's a judge, otherwise known as Judge Dredd. So I think we'll see now, but I think it's going to be Gauteng to shoot first. As you can see in the background, the wind is really blowing here today. Quick chat there from Karen. No, Western Cape to shoot first. So we've got Western Cape starting off first here, and that's Vanner who's just come off the win for the provincials. So he's nice and warm, he knows what to expect out there. No, sorry, it is Gauteng starting first. Corinne Whitehead to shoot. Oh, that could be a possible 9-10 line cutter, but we'll call it a 9 for now.
Call it a 9. That was a good shot.
This young man also coming off the provincial shoot now, so he knows what to expect out there.
7.
And we've got a 7.
So the teams are shooting alternating shots. Western Cape is on the line. Werner shooting first for the Western Cape. It's a strong shot. He shot a 7.
Let's see what Karen Holzer can bring to the party here. Karen coming to the shot, waiting for it, and it's released, and that's a 9. So the scores are so far even. Next to shoot is Gauteng. Where are the names of those guys? Just give the name of this other guy. Connor, okay. Karine coming up. Nice release. And that's an 8. We can definitely see a bit of red between the line there. Nice release there. Connor to come. Let's see how Connor does this. They keep it nicely together. This is a very even match so far, Seppi. So yeah. Ooh, and that was a 6. That he let go. A little bit surprised on that shot. He felt confident, but yes, it is. Let's see. Western Cape, Vanna to come up now.
Gauteng there with a total of 30 points so far. Western Cape, Werner shooting their 3rd arrow.
And that is like a 6. It's a very even match here. It's like each archer is following the other archer.
So if Karen can shoot a 9 or a 10, that'll seal this end for them. And she shoots a 4.
So we've got
we've got 28 versus 30 points. So Gauteng has taken this first end.
2 sets.
They are leading 2 points to 0.
What I really enjoy about the sport of archery is it's always smiles all around. It's always good to have all your fellow competitors with you. The family feel of archery is just unbelievable. I can tell you now the nerves are a bit rattly there, all chatting to each other at the back there. wind still blowing, as you all can see there. Straight face from our judge.
So we're going into the second round. Gauteng leading the set point system. You can see on the far right of the screen there, 2 set points for Gauteng and 0 for Western Cape. So Sean, let's just explain to the viewers again. The teams are shooting 4 arrow ends out of 40. The team with the highest score will get 2 set points. If they shoot the same score, each team gets 1 point, and obviously the loser gets 0. So Gauteng taking the first end there, they've got 2 points, and the first team to get to 6 points or higher will be the winner.
Correct. You can see the concentration going on there with Connor, nice and calm and relaxed.
The coach giving some words of encouragement there at the back. Coach is there to look at the timer. These archers are, they've got 20 seconds per arrow, so they've got 80 seconds to fire off these 4 arrows. If someone makes a little bit of a mistake, Sean, it definitely puts pressure on the next archer to get that arrow off quickly and you know, getting off strong shots. It's amazing how with a few seconds left what goes through your mind just to try and get that arrow to go off, and it's difficult to get the bow to aim steady and to settle, and obviously you want to work hard and do what you can to make sure you hit the gold.
No, I agree with you there, Seppi. You know, once you're on that field of play and you're in this match, you know, 20 seconds feels like 5 seconds, and one slight mistake there, you're out of it. So yeah, luckily they've World Archery just changed that now for the able bodies to make it a little bit, because the guys are shooting crazy scores. They brought down the timer to 3 minutes for the 6 arrows and 20 seconds for the scoring arrows on mixed team and on your team events per archer. Where in Parasite it's still the full time and 30 seconds per arrow. We've got Karen Holzer coming up. Vanna just shot a 7 there for Western Cape. And that's a solid 10 from Karen. Nice comeback. The nerves. The coach there encouraging. Let's see what Karine Whitehead can do here. And that's a 6 from Karine for Gauteng. We've got Connor coming up. If Connor can pull off a 10 here, they're still 1 point behind, but let's see what happens. It would be really great if you were shooting the Lancaster indoor series. You push the red button and you can shoot an 11. And that's a 4. There was a massive gust of wind that came up there, and that seemed to catch Connor quite a bit.
So Western Cape's got 17 with the first 2 arrows, Gauteng with 10. So the Western Cape's got a very strong 7-point lead.
Vanna coming up, and a solid 10 from Vanna. So we've got Corin who shot a 10, and we've got Vanna coming back with a 10. So that was a really good round there. So they don't need much here. If we need to go 5 and up, and then we in the seat here. And that's a 2 from Western Cape.
So Gauteng needs a 10 and a 9 to just you know, draw this round.
And then 2 10s to win it.
That's a 7.
Got Connor coming up now. The wind is really blowing, ladies and gentlemen, so conditions are not easy for the recurve mixed team finals here. And that's a nice
Another
7. 14.
So yeah, that gives you a total of 24 versus 29.
So Western Cape is now set point 2.
2 each.
2 each. So yeah, this is quite an interesting match. Let's see who's going to pull it back in the second round. It's really cool to see all the spectators here today supporting our fellow archers who are shooting. A lot of our archers already completed shooting. We had the bronze medal matches earlier on today, and that went really well. There were a lot of happy faces and also a couple of sad faces. But you know what? To get to the bronze medal match, you've had to shoot your weight to get there, and everybody's really enjoyed it.
Sean, I think the target face is pretty self-explanatory, but you know, just to explain to the viewers as well, like we said, the target face, the 10 ring is 12 centimeters. I mean, that's just a little bit bigger than your average coffee mug, and that's the size you need to shoot at 70 meters. As you can see on the target there, the inner circle 10 points, and then every circle after that is 1 point lower. So we've got scoring zones from 10 to 1.
Correct, and on recurve they shoot on a 120 centimeter target.
Yes.
And on the compound side, we shoot on a 80 centimeter target.
That's correct. So on the compound side, we shoot at 50 meters. The size of the 10 ring is 8 centimeters in diameter. And in windy conditions like this, it's going to be difficult to hit the 10. I'm not expecting any world records being broken today in these conditions, but we do expect really good competitive scores with the guys that's in the finals.
That's definitely so. Let's see who's up first. I think it'll be Gauteng again up first. And yeah, let's see how it goes. Green coming up.
So the reason why Gauteng shooting first, because they lost that previous end.
Nice
That's
9.
a nice open 9.
Connor to shoot. And that's an 8. He was very close to the timer. He got that arrow off just after the timer went off. So yeah.
Just before the timer went off, yeah, he had a second or so left. But it's important to make good shots and just to stay in the moment and make sure you do as best as you can.
We got Werner there with a 10. Wondering if Werner's got the W on his hat for Werner.
Or for winner.
Or for winner. Karine shooting there. She's shooting with a Werner, what you call it?
A win and win bow.
A win and win bow. So we
5.
That's a 5 from Karen.
So Gauteng 17 points in total, playing 15 for the Western Cape.
Let's see. Karine coming up there. Settling into the shot.
And the wind is bad.
As you can see, they're staying longer in the
nice
shot.
8.
That's a beautiful 8, considering the conditions. Karine waited in that shot. The clicker went off like we were talking earlier on, and she still stayed in the shot to try and get that little bit stronger shot off and take the chance to wait for it a little bit longer. Connor to shoot. And that's a solid 9, also at the touch of the buzzer, but waiting in the shot and getting a solid 9 there.
That gives you a total of 34 points, Sean. That's going to be very tricky for the Western Cape to come back. They need 2 10s to win it. If they shoot a 10 and a 9, they'll only draw it. And that's an 8.
That's an 8 from Werner.
That's a relief for Gauteng.
Really nice to see this mixed team match so closely fought. It's always fun. And that is a 7. So we can with confidence say that Gauteng is up 4 points to 2 against the Western Cape. But still, like we say, the set system, which is really nice, you can still come back from this.
Yeah, Gauteng shot a 9, 8, 8, 9, giving you a total of 34 points. Western Cape shot a 10, 5, 8, 7, giving you a total of 30 points. So Gauteng has got another 2 points.
So it brings their tally up to 4 set points to 2. Just to come back to our saying that this is 73rd archery tournament, it's actually quite amazing to know that we only hold the nationals once a year. So this is our 73rd nationals. That means the sport in South Africa has gone it's been going for the last 73 years. That's quite an accomplishment. Yeah, it's really amazing.
Now, Sean, a lot of history here, and like I said before, a lot of achievements that the archers have achieved on an international line, and the South Africans are definitely someone to reckon with when they get on the international line.
No, we are definitely. You know, if you go overseas, we guys know you're going up against South Africans. We got the grit and we've got the fight, and we'll fight until the bitter end. And we're not scared to shoot. So, and considering a lot of our 90% of our archers are all working, or 99% of them are either working or studying. So we don't really get. We try and get as much time into practice when we can. And yeah, that makes it a little bit difficult compared to our competitors out there. But that's no excuse. We are highly ranked and highly respected on the international line.
Sean, so the Western Cape, that'll start the the fourth end.
Corin Holzer coming up. I'd like to give a shout out to all the volunteers today, all the people who put in the hard work to put this beautiful tournament together. I mean, this tournament's ranked in, I would say, with the best in the world. You know, the setup, the whole way it's getting run, we are definitely competing with the rest of the world in our tournament here. Corin Holzer to shoot, and that is a six from Corin. Got Vanna to come back here. And that's a 9 from Vanna. Now the nerves are definitely pumping on the Gauteng side, because they know if they can take this set, then it's all over.
Western Cape there with 15 points from the 2 arrows.
Got Karine coming up.
She's waiting for the wind to give her a little bit of a chance. Like you can see on the right of your screen, the timer going off. She's got 20 seconds to shoot. She shoots a 5. She used up all 20 seconds that was available for her. So Connor's got 60 seconds left for the team to shoot 3 arrows.
That's 7.
So Gauteng's got 12 points in the first 2 arrows. Western Cape with a 3-point lead.
So let's see what Corin's going to bring to the party. Corin coming into the shot. And that is a 7 from Corin.
So Sean, what maybe explain to the viewers what the guys are wearing on their fingers there at the back.
Yeah, so what the viewers will see there, each of the recurve archers, they shoot with finger tabs, and you'll see actually the strings almost on the tip of your finger. Oh, beautiful X to finish off that round from Western Cape. To come back from that, it's going to be very difficult for Gauteng. They're going to basically have to shoot either, I think, 2 10s.
They have to shoot 2 10s to half it, Sean.
Yeah. So as we were saying, so you got your finger tab there, and that is 4.
So Western Cape took that one, Sean, without a doubt.
Definitely. So we're now going to be 4 set points each. We're going to a next match. If that turns out to be a tie, then it's going to be a 1 point each. That's 5-5, and then that will go to 1 arrow shootouts. But let's finish this match off, and we've got another 5. So with confidence, we can say that Western Cape's 2 set points, so that the scores are equal. 1 more set to go, and we'll see how it goes. We come back to the finger tab. So the big thing here is the fingers take a lot of work. As you know, Seppi, you shot recurve, and your fingers take a lot of brunt of the work when you're shooting recurve. The finger tab helps a bit. It's like a leather that these guys will work in. You get a whole lot of different tabs out there, and that's to help a bit with keeping the hand on the string properly. You'll see the techniques. A lot of guys will put the 2 fingers pressure and 1 less pressure on the 3rd finger, but everybody differs. But yeah, without that finger tab, you're going to have, even with it, you still have painful fingers after the day end. Where on the compound side, you got different releases. You got the thumb release, the trigger release, and the back tension release. In recurve archery, all you've got is the finger tab. On para side, though, we have got a couple of archers shooting recurve which don't have arms, so we use a mouthpiece, a mouth tab, which we release the recurve bows with.
Sean, the finger tabs definitely important. You know that a recurve bow is anything from 34 pounds up to 50 plus pounds. Now you can imagine if you've got a string that you need to hold on that's anything from 15 to 20 kilograms, and doing that 100 times a day at least. I mean, same spot every time, so you do need a little bit of protection, and obviously the leather does help with the string just coming off a little bit smoother and more consistent. Very important when you're shooting recurve. And then you can see that the ladies and a lot of the guys are wearing chest protectors. That is just to keep the shirts and the strings from any body contact, preventing the string from interfering when the arrow is shot.
And of course, when a 50-pound bow is going off and that body contact comes, is quite painful, so that helps also with that to get the string to go through more comfortably.
Yeah, I think a lot of people believe, you know, that, or some people have shot and the string hits them on the arm. That is one, just not, you know, good technique. And with recurve, it's very important to wear an arm guard. It's important with recurve to be in line, much more so than with compound. And when you are in line, the string moves in a straight line forward, and it sometimes does make contact with your front arm holding the bow up. But the arm guard is there just to make sure that you do not get any body contact, like you say, or any discomfort when shooting.
Correct. So yeah, we're going into our third end. Fourth end.
Fifth end, and Gauteng will start off. They lost the fourth round.
So Kareem coming up. It's nice to be sitting here and watching all the spectators behind them shooting, supporting.
Well, the flags are standing up right there at the back, shown on the target. You can see the wind is really blowing strong.
Oh, nice solid 9 there from Gauteng. No, the wind's blowing strong out there. You know, Seppi, on the compound side, you know, when the wind's pumping like that, a lot of the times you aim off a bit more in the yellow to the side. On the recurve side, when the wind's pumping like that, some of these guys are even aiming off into the 7s and into the 8 mark.
100% Sean. Karen a little bit under pressure there, having to take that shot, and she misses.
Unfortunately, that's a miss from Karen's side. That happens. I mean, I've been at a World Cup where I've seen one of the best in the world have a miss on the finals.
Sean, oh, there's a gust of wind coming through, and that's a 5. The thing that happened here, Sean, we tied at 4 each. There's 5 sets, and there's alternate shooting now, 1 arrow each. Highest score will win.
And I must say, I think
5.
Gauteng's definitely taken this round, unfortunately.
Sean, you can never say never. There's
yeah, there's a lot to happen. I've been at I think it was 20.
I know, Sean, you know what?
There we go.
There was a 1 arrow shoot off, 1 archer to shoot 1 arrow each, so Gauteng are the winners. Oh. So it was 5-4. It's 6-4. Gauteng taking this match with another 2 points, so it's 6-4 Gauteng versus Western Cape.
Nice win there for Gauteng. I think Connor must be happy. He's got himself a gold medal. So Van has taken home a gold medal in the team event for the men against Gauteng, and then he's taking home a silver medal here in the mixed team. And Connor took home a silver medal for Gauteng in the team event, and taking home a gold medal for the mixed team. Well done to Gauteng, and well done to all the archers who took part in this one. And we'll be back shortly.
Gauteng is, sorry about that. Mashia, Kaji, and Neve Quayle will shoot for KZN. Let's give them a nice hand of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are looking at the recurve under 18 women. We've got Nefa Mashia there competing against each other for the gold medal match.
And we've got a representative from KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng. Super excited for this match. It's going to be some. It's nice to see the young ladies on the line today. First up is,
I think Nev's going to shoot first. The lady from KwaZulu-Natal, let's just confirm. So KwaZulu-Natal on the left hand side, yes, she's shooting first. Nev, well executed shot there.
And
that's a 7.
7. Nev has got a 7. Here, shooting second here. I like the pink bow.
That's a 4.
That's a 4. I think the nerves are getting a bit to each both of them. They're still young archers. And it's a 6.
Sean, very important for recurve is to keep the left shoulder down, making a strong shot. You can see she's turning in her arm there, get the elbow in line and execute in line. That's a strong 7.
Strong 7 from her.
Nev currently with a 2-point lead.
That's a 6 from Nev.
6 for her.
Mashia line with an 8.
8. Nice.
Pulling back the 2 points.
Very nice. So in individual matches they shoot 3 arrows. So normally the lowest ranked archer will start first. Depends on the highest ranked archer. If the highest ranked archer decides to start first, they can. They have got the say there. I think that's a dad and daughter combination there. So dad's behind the daughter, and behind me here is Barbara. Just to give everybody an idea, I think Barbara's been involved in the archery game now for the last almost 45 years, if not longer, and she's one of the main reasons this tournament's here today. She lady behind the tournament, putting everything together, making sure everything gets run properly. So yeah, big shout out. Barbara's also my manager, so big shout out to her.
Sean, there both archers scoring 19, giving them each 1 point because they've shot the same score. Winner gets 2 points, loser gets 0, but when a score is equal, each archer gets 1 point.
So yeah, we spoke about this a bit earlier, so it's actually quite nice that we can see it on TV, so we can show you guys. So 1 each. You can see the nerves are a little bit there, getting some encouragement. We've got Annie there. Annie is the secretary for the Gauteng at Tux, for the Tux Club, and she's also a judge now.
Nev shooting first again, Sean. I like shooting form and so on. It's nicely in line. It looks like it's easy to repeat. Can see that she's been training hard and shooting, taking a deep breath, setting the arm nicely, pulling nicely in line. Steady aim. It looks like a 3.
3, a little bit long in the shot there. Just went off before the buzzer. Nice form. From the back here you can see the line we were talking about. And that's a 5.
That was a nice angle, Sean. You could see she's tilting her bow into the wind to compensate for the wind that's blowing, and that's a 6 for Nev.
was going to say the wind had died down a bit for these young ladies, but it's come back with the strength here, and that's a 7.
7.
And
That's
a
a
7.
7. Giving her a total of 16 points. So anything more than a 5 will.
And that's a
10.
solid 10, maybe even X. Well done, young lady.
Yeah, no, definitely. Mashia got that round, so she's got 2 extra points there. Mashia leading 3 points to 1.
The wind is really tricky. You can see these archers are having to really focus. Hi, Barbara.
Yeah, so Mashia, I'm quite impressed with the last arrows that she shot. In the first end, she had to shoot an 8 or more to sort of let it go away, and she managed to get an 8 there, taking the half. And then her last arrow here was at 10 points, making sure she's got a solid lead going into the 3rd round. Sean, you know, these ladies under 18, they're also shooting the Olympic style recurve bow, but this is not always where you should start. I mean, there's different ways to get going in the sport of archery. The standard bow, which is basically a wooden recurve bow without any sights, and some do have sights, but I mean, you can actually get going in a very basic form, enjoy the sport of archery. You can actually come and compete here at nationals. And just sort of get going and develop yourself and into the recurve Olympic bow.
Which is really nice, because the standard bow is recognized by World Archery, which is really cool. So there is a division for you, and yeah, you can come here, you can start off. It's a lot more cost effective for archers quite interested in getting into the sport. So yes. Okay, we're going into our next match.
They're shooting first again. Come, young lady. She's got a reference point there on the string that she puts in the corner of her mouth. We call it a kisser button. And that's a 5.
Yeah, the kisser button is quite an important device for me. I use it as well. I use it on the front of my nose, just to help me make sure that it lines up.
Oh, and Mashia, just the nerves getting the best of her and the wind just catching her there. She missed that one. Nev in control of this 3rd end here with a 7. Share there with a 5. So if Nev can shoot a nice good arrow 10, that is securing the round for her.
So we've got a 3-3
Nice
round, looks like it, going into this. So far we are even Stevens.
It looks like a 3, Sean.
Yep.
So that is an 8-pointer versus 22, but giving 2 set points to Nev, making the total set points 3-3. So that's an interesting match, Sean.
Yeah, it's going to be quite exciting. I'm actually hoping we'll go down to a 1-arrow shootout. I really enjoy those. I hope the DJ's got the heartbeat just to make it even more difficult, because they seem to do that to us every time when we're at the World Cups or World Champs, and it feels like at that time you want to just pass out. It gets so nerve-wracking there. Michelle, I think just the nerves got to her a bit, and yeah, you know, to come back from a miss is really difficult unless you've got an archer that shoots a miss. I was very fortunate a couple of years ago. I shot a miss in the finals and I actually ended up winning the match. So you know, anything's possible. It's not over until I won't say the words until she sings. Okay, so we're going into our next match, And
So Michelle will be shooting first.
I think our young lady from Durban might. No, it should. No. No, Nev shooting first.
It's interesting.
Normally, if you
I think it's because they are on the same
score.
score. Nev there with 5.
Let's see if the young lady can keep it together. Oh, beautiful 8. Now coming back from a miss, the head plays a lot of games with you. So yeah, nice shot there. And that's an 8.
This lady's shooting nice and fast. They want to get the arrow off quickly. They don't want to hold the bow too long.
That's
It's
a 6. Quite interesting, Seppi, if you look, Miche's sights turned backwards on her bow. That's to help her get the distance that she's shooting today. That is a 2 from Nev.
Giving her a total of 15. So if Mishia gets anything more than 2 points, that's going to give her the 2 set points she needs to take this one.
And that is a 6. So it's 5 set points to 3. So like we said, you have to win by 6. So there's going to be one more round on this. To come back to the sight, Miche's sight is turned backwards on the bow. So that's to help her get the distance because of the poundage she's shooting. So you'll find she's shooting a little bit lower poundage than the young lady next to her. So that when the sight's turned back, it comes closer to you. So if you bring your sight in, it helps you to get more height. Some So we're going in. This could be our final round. It could not be our final round. We have to see what Nev can pull out the pocket here. Like I say, in recurves, on the recurve side, it's never over. You can come back from a bad round like you just saw now. Michelle in the previous round shot a miss, and she came back and she took this round. Okay, so Nev to go first.
And she wants it badly, taking a deep breath before setting herself into the shot.
And that's a 7.
He shoots 7. 2.4.
You can see she was disgusted in that shot.
Just the body language coming off that shot, she was out of it. And that's an 8.
Oh, that's a very solid 15 points there. 2 good arrows. Mashia under a little bit of pressure here.
And that's a 3.
You could see that she's coming out of the shot a little bit, Sean. That's a well executed shot. You could see it
That's a
was in
9.
line, and that's a 9. That is securing that.
So this is a fight back from Nev. According to my calculations, to come back from this,
No, it's impossible.
so we finally got our 1 arrow shootout that we've been asking for.
Yeah, definitely. Nev's there, 24 points. Securing another 2 set points, taking it 5 each. So they'll be going into a 1 arrow shoot off, Sean. How the 1 arrow shoot off works, it's the highest score will win it, and then closest to center will take it.
Yes, and what people don't know, it gets so competitive that they even bring out a vernier sometimes to measure who was closest to the center.
The set points will be updated shortly. We've got a 1 arrow shoot off, both ladies with 5 points each.
And I can tell you, Sepp, you've been in this a couple of times. I've been in this. I was a 1 arrow shoot off at the Tokyo Olympics, and at that time the nerves are, well, they're running. Your head's in a different place. You just got to go back to basics. and just remember what you're doing. You've got to forget about that second voice in your head called Gat, and you just got to concentrate on what you've been teaching yourself and programming yourself.
Sean, it's all about the process. If you follow the process, the result will be good. You know, from what I've seen in the last few ends, I see that Nev's staying in the shot a little bit. If Shia can keep it together and just execute a strong shot, you could see that she's talking to herself there, knowing that she needs to make a good shot. That's all you can do in these circumstances. So let's see what happens.
Breathing deeply.
One arrow each.
Nev starting.
Taking a time there, and she shoots a 3.
So, Michelle, the pressure is not on. It's on. You gotta just go higher than the 3, and you've got this. And it's a nice 7 from Michelle and from Gauteng, and well done to her and her coach Barbara. She's crying, and that's what it's about.
Yeah, you could see that she's relieved there. Sean, Nev shot some really good arrows and she executed some good shots. I'm really proud of this young lady. Shows really good potential. Shia, you could see she showed a little bit more, that she was a little bit more nervous, but the young ladies did really well.
No, it's really good to see that young ladies are coming up the ranks, especially on the recurve side. We haven't had that for quite a while, and they're coming up the ranks. So we're going to be back shortly. It's now time for photos and all the pleasantries down there, and then we'll be back shortly. Thank you.
Next match is the recurve 50 plus. Eastern Cape, one's from Johannesburg and one's from PE. They'll be moving up onto the line soon.
So welcome back. Yeah, we've got the over 50s in the recurve men finals. Alan Crowther, a legend of the sport. As far as my aware, he hasn't missed the final since he was 18 years old.
Yeah, hasn't missed a national, Sean.
National, sorry. In the finals, I don't think that, but a national, sorry. And it's also nice to see that his little grandchild's also here to support Grandpa today.
He's shooting against Bram de Hoefling. Sean and Alan is, yeah, like you say, he's competed in nationals from a very young age. He's definitely a legend. I competed with him in the 2003 World Championship for South African with recurve. Alan's still at it, and he's definitely experienced when it comes to this. You can see his technique looks good, nice and in line.
And it's a 9 from Alan. Bram to come up after this. And Alan's just shot an 8. And that's it, 9 from Bram. A little bit confused there. We've got 3 arrows from Bram on his target, and A 6 from Al.
6 for Alan.
Not happy with himself with that last arrow, you can see.
I think the screen weren't on Brahm that shot first, so we missed the first shot from Brahm.
So scores are equal. It is a 7.79 for Brahm and it's a 9.86. So if my maths is right, I think we got equal score there.
Yeah, Alan shooting recurve. He's always been one of the archers that shoots high poundage on his recurve. I remember he shot at least 50 pounds. You can see Alan's a strong guy. He did practice a lot back in the day. He definitely needs to practice a bit more with that poundage, but you know, through the years he's definitely dropped the poundage a bit, staying informal, making sure he can get in line and execute the shots well, so he did very well.
I think actually, to give you an idea, I heard from his wife earlier on today, he's picked up his bow a week before this Nationals.
Yeah, and he's in the final. He shot a really good second round yesterday, so
it shows you all the years of shooting has just kept that form and those things there. Maybe not bow fit, but yeah, form, follow through, everything's there.
we're going to update the score shortly. We're just waiting for confirmation from downstairs.
We'll be updating the scores soon.
So I think it is 1-1. Brahm and Alan shooting the same score on that first end. Brahm shooting first again.
Yeah, that's a 9.
And a massive gust coming through here.
And that's a 9. Two
Solid
nines.
9 there from Alan.
I think that's where the poundage that Alan has comes through.
And the guys are shooting fast. A 6 there for Brahm. Wasting no time, getting to full draw, staying in the shot.
And a 10.
Solid 10. Nice, Alan.
Brahm coming up. And that's a nice 9 from Brahm as well. This is really good archery. Let's see what Alan gives us in the end there. A 5.
That's a 4.
4.
That's a 4.
That's
Alan.
a 4.
Sean?
Yeah, so Brahm, I think they even...
No. Brahm's got 24 points. Alan's got 23 points, giving Alan 0. Well, 1 set point and Brahm the extra 2, so he's got 3 set points for Brahm and Alan 1.
Yep. I think Alan's kicking himself a bit there.
Yeah, that last shot just
got away from him and that gust of wind picked up. We got Julius Wenzel there, the father of Danielle Lutz, and son-in-law is Jimmy Lutz as a judge out there. I think he's very happy to see his daughter. He hasn't seen her for a little while. I think Daniela was lost in South Africa 2.5 years ago.
Yeah, it's good to see some internationals coming over. It was good to have Jimmy and Danelia. Jimmy taking the bronze medal and Danelle shooting for gold medal later today.
Correct, yes. Danielle was started her archery career under your wing, if I'm not mistaken. Seppi, you were a big influence in her archery and big supporter of all her archery, and same as her family and her father and mother. But yeah,
she showed great talent and potential. She worked hard, she trained hard, and all the successes came from the practice and the hours that she's put in. So
yeah,
really proud of her.
Now she's shooting internationally and she's competing on the circuit in the US, which is really cool.
Alan is with his first shot there, an 8. We in the third round. Brahm wasting no time, matching Alan's 8. Alan there with another 8.
This match is getting tight.
Brahm
with another 8.
So scores are level. What can Alan do? Alan with a 7. So an 8 or more. And
It's an
8.
8
So Brahm taking a convincing lead.
of 1 point.
Brahm has taken that one, Sean. He's got another 2 points.
Yeah, sorry, it's a
So-
set system. It's 2 points for Brahm.
So Brahm has got 5, Alan with 1. So Alan is under tremendous pressure here. He has to win the next 2 to force a 1 arrow shoot off.
Aaron has to pull one out of the bag here.
Brahm with 24 points, Alan with 23. The set points, Brahm with 5 and Alan with 1.
So waiting for arrows to be pulled.
There we go, the scores are updated. Brahm with 5 and Alan with 1. So Alan will start off shooting first. And hopefully Alan can put some pressure on Brahm to get to a 1 arrow shoot off. So you can see on the recurve side, Sean, the arrows that are in the quiver. It's got little plastic veins at the back. The recurve arches are what we call them curly veins or spin veins. They are curved a little bit more, and once the shot's executed, it actually it forces the arrow to just rotate and spin a little bit more. It opens up more for more area contact, helping the arrow stabilize through the air. Without those things, you'd not be able to shoot as accurate.
Definitely. There's also a couple of compound arches now moved over to those curly veins, and we're shooting them with drop away rests, and they seem to correct themselves, especially on the lower compound arches. They help correct the arrow a little bit quicker. Alan to start.
Oh, you could see Alan needs to get through that clicker there, Sean. You can see him shaking. He needs to just keep going. That's a 5.
5. I don't know if that arrow went 100% through the clicker there.
Oh, you can see the tip of the stabilizer. It's either nerves or wind. That's a 7.
7. I think the wind is blowing out there, but yeah, the shakes are coming.
It's
It's a 6.
You can definitely see the most of the arrows are going to the right there. That's a 5. Brahm is maybe either overcompensating a bit. Oh, that's an 8.
Brahm needs a 9.
That's a 7.
So
I think that's a tie, Sean.
yeah, looks like so. Brahm will be taking this overall. We'll wait for confirmation to come back to us. But
So,
according to our calculations, it's 19-19.
yeah, according to my calculations, also it is 1 point each. So Brahm has got 6 and Alan's got 2 set points. They are waiting for confirmation from the scoring in the front, Sean. Like we said earlier, if an arrow is on the line, they need to confirm whether it's in the higher scoring area or not. So Alan walking over knowing that Brahm has actually taken that round. So Brahm's got the 6 set points, making him the winner of this match. Well done, Brahm.
And I think Brahm, if I'm not mistaken, is from the Cape. Well done, Brahm, on your win, national champion.
You know, if that is the case, Sean, the guys from the Cape do shoot in windy conditions a little bit more than the Gauteng guys. You could see he shot well enough to take this match. I mean, he shot some good scores there. The third end shot 24 points, the second end 24 points, and on the first end also 24 points. So he was very consistent in his medal match. The last end, you know, we keep on saying this. I don't think you see how much the wind is blowing on the screen here. that last end was very difficult, a big gust coming through, and it is very difficult, you know, to know where to compensate. If the wind's changing all the time, if it's changing direction, you don't know whether you should aim left or right, and that's why the flag is there on top of the target that you can see on the screen there. But you have to aim, but then you also have to keep your eye on the flag there to make, you know, to make the adjustments that you need to.
Yeah, if you're looking at the flags at the back here, you'll actually see the flags are sometimes waving to the back of the butt, and then you got the flags on the side that are waving to the side. So it is difficult. You got to keep your eye on all of that. You got to watch that. Now we're moving over to they're moving back the butts, and we're going to our 70
meters for the recurve women.
We've got Quinn Redding from Namibia and Karen Holzer from South Africa.
We'll be back shortly for the gold medal match recurve women.
You to raise your glass, I don't care what you put in it. Here's the nights that you can't take back. We live hard, but we love to laugh. We all thought that we'd get rich fast. Hopped the plane out for greener grass. Found out the greenest cash don't compare to the friends that last. See, we won't forget where we came from. The city won't change as we beat to the same drum. No, we won't forget where we came from. The city can't change as we beat to the same drum.
Coming up, we have the recurve women's final. It starts from all the way from Namibia, Quinn Redder, and from the Western Cape, Karen Holzer. On target number 1 is Karen Holzer. On target number 1 is Quinn Redder. And
Welcome back, everybody. We're going into the finals of the recurve women matches now. The butts will move back to 70 meters. We've got Karen Holzer from South Africa going up against Quinn Redding from Namibia.
Yeah, it's good to see our neighbours from Namibia here. We've got Quinn here in the gold medal match, recurve women, and then we've got Yanni
Judge Annie.
Mivenhuisen in the gold medal match for men's compound later this afternoon.
Yep. So it's nice representation. Bit of a travel for those who don't know Africa quite well. Quite a bit of a distance to get you from Namibia. So it's really nice to see our neighbours out this side.
You can see Yanni there in the background, the coach of Quinn. So Quinn is on the screen.
To shoot first. I'm not sure.
Let's see if she's going to be the one to shoot first, Sean. Looks
No.
like she's lining up.
Yep.
Getting ready. Very experienced archer.
Nice form there. That's a 7.
7.
Gust of wind
All of
coming
a
up
sudden
now.
The wind's here.
Corin, you're going to have to hold it in this wind. And that's an 8. Nice. Nice hard work there.
Quinn making sure the grip on the front bow hand is set and the tab is set correctly,
That's a
securing
8.
her an 8.
And that's a 6 from Corin.
6.
So Quinn with the 1 point lead so far. She's taking her time, making sure the wind dies down a little bit or allowing her an opportunity to fire the arrow.
And that's an 8 again from Quinn.
8.
Not really happy with that shot. You can see the face pull. But considering the conditions, that was good shooting. And that
Karen with the 7.
7. So Quinn takes about 1, if I'm not mistaken, and that's
Yeah, Quinn has taken the first set, Sean.
2 points, and that gives us 2 sets for, so set point there, 2 points for Quinn and 0 for Corin.
It's always nice going in here, Sean, with an early lead, with a little bit of with confidence going into the next sets.
It helps take the pressure off there. Good to see they're taking fluids. Now, even if it's not that warm, fluids is always good to be taken. It helps the brain reset itself and just keep you going. Look how they're keeping the eyes closed, thinking, breathing, staying in the zone.
We are experiencing some technical difficulty here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be
With you shortly.
with you shortly. It seems like 1 or 2 of the cameras are down. But we'll quickly sort this out. The guys are on it quickly.
Let's give a hand to these archers. The recurve gold medal match from Namibia, and we thank them for coming to
You
South
can see the
Africa
guys there with the
every
cameras
year
quickly
to
sorting it
join
out,
our
quickly
national
changing some
team.
packs and so on.
And
A very good media
we
team we've got
practice
here,
always just as well.
sorting out bringing you the camera work and for you guys to do to see this on live streaming. And I think it's a good opportunity to also thank the sponsor, Sean. Truwel Axel making this is the event sponsor for this, manufacturer of fantastic world-class archery sights and release aids. They definitely made this event, sponsoring the event, making this a world-class event, and allowing us, to put up this nice field and allowing so many more participants to also come and participate.
Yeah, we've got a number of sponsors here today. Number of sponsors who've helped with the sponsors on this tournament. We've got Magnum Archery, we've got Steady Aim, we've got Pinpoint Archery, we've got Darton, Zero Bowstrings, Grey. We're back on the shooting. We experienced a bit of a glitch over here.
So Karen is shooting first, Sean.
Okay, Karen to shoot first. We're back.
7.
And it's they say, I heard the announcer say a 7. Going with the 8. Coming back to Corin. I think that's a, I can't see that error.
Oh, she wasn't too pleased with that shot, but that's a 6. I
Six.
think she'll be pleased with it, with the result there.
Corin coming up.
Karen shooting a third arrow in the second end. It's a nice shot there with the clicker, Sean.
We're not 100% sure where that went.
They showed Quinn's target there, Sean. Quinn with her third arrow, and that's a 9.
9. According to my calculations, we might be under correction because we weren't able to see Corin's butt, but I think Quinn has taken this round.
Yeah, Quinn shooting an 8.69, Sean. I think those are 3 good arrows under the circumstances.
We're going to be back with you in a couple of seconds. We're just busy sorting out a couple of technical glitches here. So we'll be back with you now.
Agents for Vian Rue and Werner from the Western Cape. Please can you make your way towards the judges' tent? Please can we have the agents for Vian Rue and Werner for the men's gold medal match?
So we are getting ready to go into our third end for the ladies recurve final at the 73rd National Championships.
We're just waiting to hear if we can hear what is the final score on that last round, but according to me it was Quinn who took it. Is it 2-2? No, we've just been told, updated, that Corin took that round, so it's a 2-2 tie. So we're going into the third end now.
Such a beautiful day out, Sean, other than the wind that's blowing. On a beautiful field of play in Johannesburg at Marks Park Sports Club.
So, Quinn to shoot first.
It's a nice angle of the arches there. You can see there the sight and the clicker. As the arrow clicks, she shoots the shot with a solid 9.
9. As you can see, the wind's really picking up now. The flags are blowing, all the banners are blowing.
Karen at full draw, shoots a 6. Each archer has 20 seconds, Sean, to to shoot a shot, to execute the shot. Quinn with a solid 10.
Nice.
That's good shooting. 19 out of a possible 20.
Corin, second shot coming up. 8. 8 from Karen there.
8.
So Quinn, it's important to get this arrow to be a good scoring arrow here. She shoots an 8.
8.
8.
That's really good shooting. It's 27 out of 30. There's nothing Karen can do to take this set, Sean, even if she shoots a perfect 10.
And
Karen
it's a
with
6.
a 6. So 20 plays 27.
Good round there from Quinn. That's really good shooting in this wind. So yeah,
So Quinn has secured another 2 set points, Sean, taking her up to 4 set points, and Karen to 2.
4-2. So it's always nice to see that Karen's always got a smile on her face no matter what's happening. And yeah, I've been lucky enough to travel with Karen. We went to the Morocco World Champs, Moroccan African Champs in 2012, if I'm not mistaken.
Yanni and Quinn talking a little bit of strategy, going through the arrows, making sure the fletches are nice and solid still and in contact. Sometimes, Sean, when you shoot, sometimes you just hit your arrow with another arrow, causing the fletch to get damaged or the knock to get damaged. They're just making sure that everything is still intact, because especially in conditions like this in a finals field and in a finals match, you want to make sure that, you know, fletch doesn't fall off on the way to the target, making, you know, causing havoc and ending up you're not shooting a good shot and so on. So that you need to make sure your equipment's perfect, and taking a little bit of time making sure the arrows are all intact.
I agree, and especially with those little spin vanes or curly vanes, they're quite prone to, if they get hit, they're quite prone to quickly come apart. So it always helps to have a couple of backup arrows when you're shooting. Yeah, as you can see behind Karen Holzer is Adrian Miller. He took the gold medal yesterday for recurve men open. He'll kill me if I say women open, but yeah, in the disabled division. Karen to shoot first. That's a 9 from Karen. Quinn. Seven from Quinn.
7.
Problem with this 20 seconds, you don't have time really to just find yourself. You've got to come up and shoot.
That's a 9.
9-10 line cutter, very close there on the buzzer. What the viewers should understand is, if I'm correct, is once the archer shot his or her arrow, your counter starts immediately.
That's correct, Sean. We're moving quite fast through these through the finals here. Karen with the 3rd arrow. She shoots a 5. It looks like a 5. It's a 5-6 liner. We'll wait for confirmation, but we'll put that as a 5. So Quinn shooting another 7. So giving her a total of 19 points.
And 20.
And 23 for Karen.
So we're going, Karen's got another 2 set points, so they are equal on 4-4.
They're all tied up.
Karen also taking this end. We are currently on a tied match at 4 all.
So we've got one more incoming up, Sean.
So the pressure is on. All smiles all around. Nerves are going.
It's always nice to see a finals like this. It's a nice and equal finals, you know. It's no one's just running away with it. 4 points each on the set point system, with the 5th end coming up soon. Whoever wins this straight out will be the winner. If they do a draw, Sean will go into a 1 arrow shoot off.
I know Quinn is working hard for world champs to go and qualify for Namibia for the Olympic Games. I know we've got a couple of South African archers are also working really hard to make the team for the world champs to try and qualify for the Olympics as well. So yeah.
So Sean, are you also looking to going to your world championships? When is that and where is that at?
As far as I'm aware, we're leaving on the 12th of July. We start the 12th, so we'll be leaving a couple of days earlier. We're going to Czech Republic. We're going just outside the capital city, Prague. Yeah, training has gone intense. I'm up to 2 sessions a day now, and from next week it's 7 days a week. And it's a session in the morning, session in the afternoon. I do it a little bit differently. I do a 50-meter session in the morning, and in the afternoon I do a lot of close workup, focusing on the front hand and that. But each archer is a bit different. So yeah, everybody's now starting to put in a lot of work because it's around the corner.
Yeah, it's a big year, Olympic year coming up.
Yep.
Olympic qualifications.
Everybody wants those slots.
So Quinn up first with a 7.
7.
And an 8 for Corin.
Very important set for the ladies here.
If one of the 2 archers take the set, they become national champion. That's a 9 for Quinn.
9.
And if they draw this set, then it's a 1 arrow shootout. So 8.
So Sean,
Scores
both on the same score, all down to the last arrow. We're not looking overly pleased with that shot. It's a 6. Giving a Corin there, you can see the front bow hand solid in the grip, and that's a 10.
Corin takes it.
Corin takes another national title. Well done, Corin.
Well done to Corin. As the viewers can see, you know, Corin shot a miss in one of her rounds, and she came back and she won it. That's what's quite nice about the set system, where on the compound system, you shoot a miss, you out of this ball game.
Yeah, Sean, you're referring to the team match that she shot, the mixed team. There was a 1 arrow shoot off, and she was caught off guard there with the time, and she got a card there, and she had to try and just get the shot to go.
Yeah.
In this finals match, she shot very well. She dominated she won the second set and the 4th and the 5th set,
Yeah.
giving her the 6 set points for her to be the national champion.
I must say I apologize that she actually shot the miss in the previous previous matches in the team match, where yeah, I got a little bit lost there. But well done to Corin. She's been in the sport also a long time. Does a lot of work down in the Cape to try and help grow the sport even bigger.
Yeah, an interesting match coming up, Sean. We've got the recurve men coming up, and that is between Vian and Werner. So it is an Gauteng North and well, Tshwane, Gauteng, Vian from Tuks Archery Club, and Werner, that's from the Western Cape.
Correct, and it's 2 of our top recurvers in the country at the moment.
Yes, ranked number 1 and 2 in South Africa.
So this is going to be an interesting match, and I'm looking forward to this. I'm hoping it's going to be a nice tight match, and yeah.
So do you think that Werner, coming from the Cape with the win, Sean's got an advantage over Vian?
I would say so, because I have had the privilege of shooting down in the Cape, and every time I have shot there, I've never had a day without wind.
Yeah.
So you know, they always say it's always harder for them to qualify for the teams because they're always sitting in wind and we're not. So yeah, in a way, I think Werner has maybe got the upper hand on the wind, but at the end of the day, it's anybody's game.
from Gauteng.
And what about Vian taking gold at the African Championships? That gives him a lot of confidence. He shot really
And
well
on
and he
target one,
displayed,
Werner
you
from
know,
the Western Cape.
good match temperament under pressure in the team event and in his individual event.
Yeah, and then
Surely there's some confidence coming out of
no,
that.
he's definitely walking into this with confidence. I mean, in his, if I'm not mistaken, in his single event in the finals, I think he needed a 10 to
Round
win,
of applause.
and
Yes,
he shot it. You know, so yes, he's coming into this with a lot of confidence.
Target two
At
will
the end
be
of the day,
shooting
also, I mean, we also get windy days up here, and especially at Tux Archery, we have the wind coming in there, so we also get chance to practice in the wind. So at the end of the day, yeah, it's anybody's match, but the confidence is definitely on Vian's side.
So just for the viewers, Werner is in blue and Vian is in the red shirt, and we're just waiting for confirmation. We're starting. It looks like Vian is there to shoot first. Looks like a really good shot there. Perfect 10, Vian. Nice start. Werner that shot the mixed team and the team event here, Sean, that must also give him a little bit of an advantage, and he starts with a 6.
6.
6.
Because he's shaking off the nerves there. Vian taking a solid anchor there, elbow nice in line.
And that is a 6.
6.
Werner wasting no time, another 6. Arrows are grouping in the right side. You can see the wind is there, definitely playing a factor. Vian with a perfect 10.
10. So it gives him a 26.
So there's nothing that Werner can do to take this first set. Vian with a 26, giving him the 2 set points. Getting closer to the center for Werner with an 8.
Strong opening shot.
Quite
from
interesting.
Jan
Behind Vian, we've got Patrick, his father, and he'll be seen later today. Or no, sorry,
Yeah, he'll be shooting in a mixed team
Yeah.
event for Compound for South
Yeah.
Africa and for Gauteng. So one of South Africa's celebrated archers, Patrick Roux, national champion, national record holder. You know, he's achieved a lot in South Africa in the 10 years that, well, I want to say 13 years that he's been
shooting.
been shooting competitively. Patrick definitely giving some good advice there, knowing what it's like standing on the line.
Also the president of SANA, our national federation. So yeah, it's not a lot of the. You'll see a lot of the archers here who are not just archers; they're also involved in the federation, involved in helping the sport grow. So it's really cool.
You know, these guys are putting in the hours. They also want to make sure that they get a spot at the Olympic Games. If they do go to the Continental Championships, making sure they win a spot there for the country. So there's a lot at stake for these guys.
Most definitely. And the hard thing is, if we don't get our continental championships, that we can get our slots there, we have to get them at world champs, and that makes it even harder.
If you want to compete at the Olympic Games, Sean, you know you're going to shoot with the best in the world.
That's the thing, you know. It's only the top 32 who make it to the Olympics. So, that's on the Paris side. So, the top 32 in the world.
If I'm not mistaken, at the Olympic Games at 64.
Yeah, for the able bodies, correct.
Yes. So Werner will be shooting first. You can see Werner has got the strategy of not wasting any time. He wants to make sure he's strong in the shot, get the arrow through the clicker, to waste no time. The wind is blowing, so I do believe that it is a good strategy. The first few arrows were a little bit right, but he got closer. That's an 8. Still right off the target. His first 3 arrows were definitely on the right. Vian wanting to put a little bit of pressure on him, shooting fast with a 9.
Vian also quite a accomplished compound archer. So he shoots both bows, but he's gone over to the recurve side. And that's a
Another
7.
7. Vian need to make, that's a nice 9 Vian. Struggle to get through the clicker there. That's 18 points, 3-point lead for Vian. That's an 8 points there, giving him a total of 23 points. So Vian needs 6 points or more to take it, and he's got got 7. Yeah, nice Vian.
So Vian's up 4 points.
Yeah, it's 25 plays 23. So Vian with another 2 set points, giving him 4, with Werner still on 0. But as you know, anything can happen.
We saw with Corin and other matches, they all just fight back, and you never know.
You never know what the wind's going to do. You can get nervous, a little bit of tension in the bone in the front, a little bit of tension in the release at the back. May just throw it off a little bit.
Yeah,
We're standing outside here under a nice big acorn tree.
you've got clobbered on the head, so like I don't have enough injuries on my side. So Vian Roux is on 4 set points to 0. The wind's blowing.
So Werner will be shooting first again. The reason for this is it does put a little bit of pressure on the leader. You know, if Werner shoots 3 good points, Vian that's shooting last definitely knows he needs to shoot, let's say, a 7 or 8 or a 9 or a 10 to win the match. Just, you know, adds a little bit more pressure, and it's good spectator value as well.
I agree. Seppi, yourself, if you're going into a match and you got the opportunity to decide if you're shooting first or second as the highest ranked archer, what do you like normally doing?
You know, it doesn't really matter. You know, you need to shoot 10s to win. So obviously, if I sometimes prefer going second just to sort of get an idea what the opposition is doing, what if the wind's affecting his arrow, etc. There's different strategies for different times. If you are leading the match, you're always going to shoot second. So some people have the strategy of wanting to shoot first for a start to add pressure, but then if you shoot well, you know, the tables are going to get turned. So I don't really mind. I just know I need to shoot a 10.
Correct.
So Werner there starting off with a 7. The wind's picked up quite a bit now for Vian as he got to full draw. That's an 8. You can see he overcompensated maybe a little bit there for that extra bit of wind. And maybe with all the trees around, it sounds worse than what it is, you know, Sean.
Yeah, definitely. But
Werner
nice
with a 9.
And guys are staying in the shot a little bit longer to fight this wind.
We are not too pleased with that shot with a 7. So Werner's got a 1-point lead so far. The wind's giving him a chance there with an 8. Giving him a total of 24 points. Very important arrow this for Vian with an 8. So Vian shooting 23 points there, Sean, giving Werner the 2 set points. Vian staying on 4. So Werner definitely fighting back. I know Vian will be upset there. He knew the door was open for him to take the gold medal here. He's still in control, still has the 4 set points over Werner's 2. And I'm sure Patrick is giving some words of encouragement. You know, stay in the shot, 1 shot at a time. Stay focused.
No, I agree with you there. At the moment, yeah, that's like I said, the set system. Werner's fighting back. So let's see what takes place in the next round. But yeah, I think if Vian must just keep his cool, stay in his shot, and his dad will give him some encouragement there. And yeah, let's see what happens.
What kind of advice would you give an archer in that situation?
Just stick to the basics. You know, you put the work in, watch the flag. Make sure when you release, to get that crisp release as what you can in the wind. Backhand is very important, especially on the recurve, to make sure that backhand comes off the string well. So yeah, in this situation, you know, let's go back to basics, keep the shot strong, and just follow through. Werner to start.
Now, Werner's still trailing in the match, you know, with the 2 set points versus Vian's 4. It's not about who won the last end, it's about who's leading in the set points. That's, you know, the leader will shoot second. So Werner shooting up first.
That's a 9. Nice release there.
Vian just going through the clicker quickly, needs to reset, make a good shot there. Vian, focus. Oh, Vian needs to pull hard, just the nerves getting a little bit too much of him there. I think that's a line cut, a 5-4, but let's call it a 4.
As we were speaking about, asking, you know, sticking to the basics.
7. Werner shot a 7. Sorry, Sean, I interrupted you there. 9-7 for Werner. Vian getting nervous in the hand at the back. He's putting himself under pressure there with a 7. You know, when the mind starts to wonder, that looks like a 7-8 liner.
That could
think
be a
that's an 8.
That could be a 7-8 liner, yes. And
That's a
10.
nice, yeah,
Nice 10. Come back from those 2 wobblies.
But that's a little bit too late, Sean.
So the scores are even, 2 sets each.
4 points each.
Yeah, 4 points each, I mean. But yeah, both archers taking 2 of the sets, so that's 4 points each.
Yeah, so Vian shot a 21 and Werner shot either a 23, 24, but Werner definitely won that set. You know, Sean, it's when you get in these situations, I mean, Vian had a convincing lead there, 4 points to 0. I remember I shot at the Commonwealth Games against Chris White. I was in the same situation going into the semi-finals match, and as you get there, you think you've got a convincing lead, you're in control of this, and you just start thinking ahead. And before you know it, the other guy fights back and it just turns the table. So Vian in 4 points each, going into the 5th end. Definitely not what he expected after 2 rounds.
No, definitely not. And yeah, you know, it's anybody's match at the end of the day, like you said. But normally when you're in the league, you got a lot of confidence, and you keeping the pressure's always on your opponent. But yeah, as we've seen today, especially in the recurve side, it can get changed around very quickly. And yeah, right now, all you, like I said in the previous round, stick to the basics, get through the clicker, and do strong shots.
You know, an interesting thing, Viana shot 3 10s. Werner hasn't shot a single 10 yet. So it is, you know, if you look at the odds of hitting gold, Viana's definitely
hitting the gold.
Definitely a higher percentage of hitting the gold, yeah. Yeah, Viana shot 5 gold so far versus Werner only having shot 2 golds. But it's about the average. It's about the highest score, the set system. It's all about who gets the highest points in 3 arrows and not a total overall. Vian to go first. Needs to be positive in the shot. It looked like a good shot. That's a nice 9. So Vian having to just make sure he's strong on the fingers at the back, not to over aim. Werner is looking really confident with another 9.
So far the scores are even.
You know, Werner is getting at full draw, pulling through quickly, and the shot's going off quickly. Vian is taking a little bit more time in aiming. That's an 8.
That could have been pushed out by the arrow because they hit each other there. Werner coming up. Ooh, that's a 6. If you look at that backhand there, I call it the sowing of seeds. Unfortunately, that backhand release, not very happy with the shot there.
And that's a 10. Nice Vian. There's nothing that Werner can do
to come back from that.
Come back from that. That's 27 points for.
It's 8
for Vian. Well done, Vian, the national champion, Vian Ru.
Well done to Vian. He took now he's national champion as well as African champion. Good fight back on that last round. Stuck to the basics and put the arrows where they needed to be.
Yeah, Vian has definitely put in a lot of time this past few weeks. You know, early mornings, late afternoons. I've seen him on the range. I've shot with him. You could see he's working on a few things, and even now, he ended with a 10 and a 9. That's 2 more golds, you know. And so overall, I think if you look at the statistics in this match, Vian definitely hitting more golds than his opponent. 1 or 2 loose arrows, and that's something that he has to work on. He's got to make sure that he gets more consistent in some of those shots, and it's just a little bit of tweaking here and there, and then he'll be fine.
No, definitely. You can see the hard work's being put in. So yeah, I mean, also getting ready for World Champs. And well done, Vian. We're going to be back with you shortly. The photo's going to be taken, and we'll speak to you back
in a few minutes.
There will be a slight break in the competitions. Now we will start again at 11:35. We are going to try to stick to the program as closely as possible, so everybody please be ready at 11:35.
Can I just ask the Bebo men, their agents, to be here at the tent 11:30? So if the Bebo agents can be at the tent at 11:30, that I can give the score sheets to them, and then they can go to the archers tent there in front, the agents tent, sorry.
Are we ready to go? Just tell me when you're recording. Mashia, congratulations. You are the under 18 73rd national champion. How does it feel?
It feels unreal. I didn't expect to win, especially after yesterday. It was a bit of a challenging day, a long day, very tired.
You shot the gold medal match. You obviously, with the Rukov, it's a set system. It was quite an up and down match. You were in control at one stage and you looked very in control, and a little bit of nerves that crept in a little bit. Tell us what happened in the match.
I think in the beginning the nerves were there, and the wind also played a huge factor in it. I was confident, but then the wind threw me off completely. I had to aim off, I had to adjust a lot to at least get a good score. And then, yeah, it was tough.
It was nice to watch the match. You took it all the way. There was a one arrow shoot off. What did your coach tell you and what went through your mind for that last arrow?
At first I didn't register that it was a one arrow shoot off, and she told me, and I thought I was going to start crying. I was so scared. And then at least Neve went first, and my coach told me, it's okay, you just do your best, have fun. It's okay, whatever the outcome is, you did really well. And then I was just thinking, I can't mess it up now. So, yeah, and then when my arrow hit the target, I was so relieved.
Well, congratulations. You're taking back the gold medal. And it looked like you had a lot of fun. And we hope to see you on some other podiums soon.
Thank you so much.
Vian, congratulations. National champion, recurve men at the 73rd National Championships. How do you feel about that?
Amazing. I'm glad to have won it now back to back. Since starting recurve many years ago, I haven't won it ever. And now doing it back to back, it's a good feeling. It feels like what I'm doing is starting to work, so I can't complain.
You know, we were watching the match and doing some commentary on the match. We saw the wind was blowing quite hard, and it wasn't really consistent as well. You had your dad in the box there. What was your strategy with going into the match and with the wind?
So on the practice field, the wind affects you less. So I set my sight to it on the left side of the yellow. So coming into the finals match, I thought, okay, let's see if the wind is actually worse here, like I've been seeing on the other matches. So I just aimed in the middle and saw what it was doing. I did have some mistakes there, reading the wind wrong, especially with how it's picking up and going down. But overall, I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, you shot really good solid 10s there and shot a lot in the gold. You took a good lead there at the start. I mean, you were 4-0 and Werner came back nicely. You were 4 points each and so on. And were there some nerves that crept in the match, or what happened?
The fourth end, there were some nerves because you can finish it now or lose and go square. So the fourth end, I did get some nerves. You can see it if you watch the match. But for the final end, I just calmed myself down, made sure I shot everything nice and strong, anchored properly, and did everything as I should. And just aimed in the middle. I didn't take off for the wind because I do feel that it cost me a bit in the third end. So yeah, there were some nerves, but not a lot.
Yeah, no, you looked good on camera. The form was looking nice, and the preparation that you did definitely paid off. I mean, you are the African champion, now the national champion. It's, you're building up your resume nicely. So congratulations again. What's coming up next for you?
The next tournament will be the World Cup in Antalya. Hopefully, if everything works out with the earthquakes and everything in Turkey, that they don't cancel. But the plan is for that, and then later in the year we'll see either Berlin World Champs or the University Games, and then way later in the year is the next African Championships. So I would be hoping to defend my title there.
Yeah, well, we're holding our thumbs for you. Congratulations again and the best of luck.
Thank you.
Days when the rains came,
jy weet hoe jy dit approach. Jy het van die begin af nogal redelik, jy weet, goed gelyk en so aan en jy weet daai basiese goeders wat volgende en so aan. So Bram, congratulations, you are the recurve over 50s men's recurve national champion. How do you feel about that?
It feels very great. I mean, it's an honor to come and shoot here. It's a magnificent field, and all the support back home. So I did him justice. Thanks.
Yeah, you looked in control and you shot against Alan, which is definitely a worthy competitor. You took control and you really shot well. The wind was blowing hard during your match. What was your strategy and how did you sort of manage the wind?
Look, the thing is, for the past 4 or 5 months, I've been shooting against him in the final. In my head, doesn't matter who was up against me, I was going to shoot my own match. When the wind was up, it was almost like shooting at home. The wind doesn't bother me, just keep it straight. And that was just my philosophy, just keep it straight and relax.
You looked calm. Were there any nerves that was there? You looked very, very relaxed.
You didn't saw my hands, huh? I mean, they were shaking like crazy, especially that last end.
So what's coming up? What are you planning? What any big events coming up? Are you planning some international participation?
Look, there's not much going on for Masters, so I will have to go to recurve to go any further.
Yeah, well, congratulations with the match and with the national championships and the gold medal. We wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
En dankie Bram. Karin, congratulations. Mixed team gold medal at the national championships. You guys shot very well. How do you feel about winning that gold medal?
I'm really excited about it. The wind was just something else. It's not, you couldn't predict it, so it was whipping around, so very happy with how we did as a team.
Yeah, you know, Connor was shooting well in his team match as well, and just before you guys went in there, did he give you any words of encouragement or any plans for managing the wind?
Yeah, I think Connor just said, look, just shoot it, because it was so unpredictable. You couldn't plan around the wind, so it's just kind of see what it does and hope it reaches the middle.
Yeah, you guys looked in control and you looked very confident and calm and relaxed. Were there any nerves that you were feeling or that crept in a bit?
I think there's always nerves, but I think with wind as an additional challenge, you have an extra opponent, so it increases the nerves a little bit. But I think as a team we worked well together to calm each other, and our team manager was really good at just keeping us relaxed. We had some good laughs on the line, and I think that worked for both of us.
And how was your nationals, and how did you experience the national championships overall?
The national championships have been amazing in terms of organisation. The field looks amazing. I think it looks more like Test cricket. So if I could put that analogy with it, but the people around me have been really good. Archers supporting each other, and I think there's been a really good attitude from all of the archers and organisers around it. So it's been an incredible 2023 nationals.
And your plans for the next year? What are your plans?
Oh, there's obviously some things I have to work on. So I need to sort out some software viruses that I've developed. But I'm looking forward to the work that I can put in and improving and finally getting to that Protea colours.
You look confident, shooting form's looking good, some stuff to work on like you say, but all the best of luck for the year.
Yeah, thanks very much and congratulations on your tournament as well.
Thank you, appreciate it.